Welcome to Talking Beards, an entertainment news podcast all about the facial hair lifestyle and the people who use their beards and mustaches to help change the world. Join your hosts, World Goatee Champion Aaron D. Johnston and two-time National Goatee Champion Scott Sikora as they talk about all the important issues in the community, from charity events, competition news, styling tips, breaking news, and much more. Tune in every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern as we stream live on all social media platforms as well as talkingbeards.com and answer all of your questions. Join in our chat room and be a part of the show each week as we give away great prizes, compliments of Honest Amish. I am your host, Aaron D. Johnston, and I am Scott Sikora, and we are Talking Beards. I think we need to bring our guest in now before I wring your neck.
All right. So from Denver, Colorado, I think we'll just say adjacent area because he's up there in the Metroplex. That's what they call the area around Denver. He's probably out by the
Plexo Metro.
I don't know. He's probably by the airport talking to the aliens or whatever is out there in the
I'm the other side from the airport.
Oh my gosh. You weren't supposed to say stuff yet. That startled me. So we have Nathan Weinstein from the Rocky Mountain Beard and Mustache Club. They're going to be putting on the Mile High Beard Bout. That's coming up this weekend. Yeah, that's right. This weekend. So here, let's get him in here. What's up, Nathan? How are you doing tonight, sir?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you guys?
Wonderful.
Doing fantastic. As we see, we got Brad here. He says, hello, guys. And I just want to tie this all in because the last time we were in Denver, Brad and I were there for a really awesome beard competition that we both got to judge while we were out there. And he made me the best cup of coffee I think I've ever had in my entire life. And I'm still thankful for that morning that we had together when he made me that cup of coffee, and I'll never forget it. It was one of the best moments of my life, and it is all to thank you guys for having us out in Denver for the competition last time. So we appreciate that. And
yeah, thanks for judging.
But yeah, we are ready to hear all about what is in store for everyone coming to this year's event, because you guys have taken a few years off and
it's been a little interesting.
When was the last event? Was it 2018?
Oh, it was 2019.
Okay, so it was 19. So so obviously it must.
We
be
were summer 19. So yeah, and then COVID a couple years, and then we were sitting there, we're kind of thinking about it, and we're like, well, we forgot about all the pain of hosting an event, so let's have ourselves another beard bout. So
here you are. You're going to knock it out.
Is it really a pain, though? I mean, there's some satisfaction in there, I'm sure.
It's type 2 fun.
All right.
So after y'all bounced back from COVID, what did your club look like? Was it about the same amount of people beforehand, or what's that situation look like?
So the Fort Collins chapter has been a little bit rockier than the Denver guys, but yeah, that Greg Rittner guy, he stuck with us, and so did a few others. We kind of had a core group of people that managed to make it through, and we've been meeting up and having fun, and yeah, we're still around. So
you're doing it. So you're back together. You're putting on the beard bout here. Is it going to be in the same location that it was in previous years, or did you get a new venue?
So we're going to be at Stoney's in Denver again. This is the second time we've done that. We did that in 2019. We moved it down from Fort Collins to Denver just because, well, everybody's flying into Denver anyway, and then you don't have a 45-minute to 2-hour drive up to Fort Collins. And we're going to be hanging out just south of the Capitol. I mean, you're practically able to see the Mile High Steps, so it's as Denver as you can really be. So we're excited. Yeah.
The most important question is, how close is Voodoo Donuts to this venue?
So it is. Let's see. There is a Voodoo Donuts down along our bar crawl area.
Okay.
So
yeah. So
It's close. It's close.
It'll be closed, Aaron.
No, it won't. It's 24/7.
This one's closed after
Mm-mm.
it closes at 6.
No way,
looked
not
up
in Denver.
online.
That is a false statement. So,
Yes, one of the locations of Voodoo Donuts is, I believe, within a couple miles. It'd be a long walk, but you could walk down to Voodoo Donuts.
But a short drive.
A very short drive.
Oh my gosh, this is already shaping up to be an amazing event. You're a short drive from a Voodoo Donuts.
But
You're already off straw.
John says there's one in the airport, but since you never fly anywhere, Aaron, you can't visit that one.
No, I'm not allowed at the Denver airport because everybody knows about the Denver airport, and I just kind of steer clear of that place because I don't want to get abducted or eaten by Sasquatch or whatever happens at the Denver airport. I don't want to be involved with
New World Order. Just be careful of the New World Order and you're fine.
Yeah. So that I'll probably never, you're right. I'll never go to that Voodoo Donuts because it's in a scary place.
It is true voodoo.
It is. It puts the voodoo in the Denver airport. So Nathan, you mentioned it already. You mentioned a pub crawl and a Voodoo Donut. So
Friday night, we're going to do a pub crawl. We've got a few locations kind of halfway set up, and we're really trying to give people a good feel of the area. So we're going to keep it close. I think we're planning on pretty much the whole event is going to probably be within a couple miles of itself. So it's nice. We're going to keep it close. We're going to keep it small. It's going to be fun.
Do you have a pretty good idea of the route that you're going to go on Friday, or are you still kind of hashing that out?
Right now, I think so Joe's usually the guy that's in charge of the bar crawl. He knows all the best dive bars. So, I think we're going to start the same place we started last time, get some tacos, and then kind of go from there. There's a lot of good locations. And if we don't like a location, we can just move on to another one. There's so many.
Or if you like it, you guys can a couple of you can hold back and stay at that place and then catch up with the group as they're going down the street.
Yep.
Nice.
Everything should be with it. I mean, that section that we're planning to do that in is got tens of bars and 2-3 blocks. So it's really easy.
Aaron's coughing right now. Don't mind him.
And a Voodoo Donut. So
that's going to be closed. Under renovation, maybe that's what it was. I read online. It's closed for renovation.
This is like spreading misinformation, Scott Sikora. That's against the law.
I know Brad even says tacos are once again.
Shut up, Brad.
We need to bring Brian Nelson in for this once again, which is the greater than or less than symbol.
I think that means that Pac-Man is eating the tacos, so that means tacos are better. That's
donuts
what he's saying.
Eat tacos.
So, but Brad's wrong. He's absolutely wrong. Little side story. Brad almost crashed into us in Germany in his giant van because the roads were really small, and he didn't even know I was the oncoming traffic. We were just. I was like, man, what's this giant ass van doing? And I just got it up against the curb, literally, and just sat there. And he was just 10 and 2, and our mirrors went over each other because he was in a van, I was in a car, so. It was close, but anyway. But, yeah.
Oh, and look at this.
What happened? Oh my gosh, Brad.
Bradley hit a parked car. Hopefully you left your license and registration on a piece of paper and stuck it under there.
Two things about me in a parked car. It wasn't parked, but it was behind me, and I almost backed into a car at a stop sign in Austria because there was when you turn, there was it gets super narrow between these two buildings, and you kind of got to poke around the corner to see if you can go or not. And I poked around the corner, and there was a car coming, so I started backing up, and there was a car behind me. But
so what does this have to do with the competition in Denver, Aaron?
It was a conversation with me and Brad. Sorry.
Always taking it off the. Yeah, geez, man. Let's get back.
Nathan wanted to know about Brad. He did. See, Brad said it was insane. But it was a good time. Sorry about that. So Friday night you're going to do a pub crawl. Go Go. No, you go.
We've got the event on Saturday,
Yeah.
and I'm sure we'll find some place to hang out for some brunch before people leave in the morning on Sunday. So we're going to do the usual kind of 3-day-ish, have some fun. We've got some people that are going to go up into the mountains and some. Yes, Scott?
Are you guys doing anything after the event? Because if I remember correctly, didn't we not go to a bar where there was karaoke?
Unfortunately, that particular location fell to COVID.
Oh man, that place was cool. I just remember going up and down stairs a lot there.
There was a lot of stairs, but
I mean, I was already in Denver, so I was like a mile high, but then it was like this place was like just keep going higher.
Yeah, that was a great after. We're gonna look for something fun to do after, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm usually not a like after event kind of guy, but there was something that was just the whole event that you guys threw last time was just magical in every way. Like I had probably one of the funnest times I've ever had at an event. You guys were just super accommodating and so fun and so warm and welcoming.
And Brad made you some special coffee.
Brad made me special coffee. Everything that you guys had planned, like even like I remember flying in like later on Friday night and like literally like catching up with you guys midway through your bar crawl.
I remember
you and I standing around a pool table at some bar and you taking a nice little picture on your camera, and then opens up his jacket and he's got a little printer in his pocket. So he prints out this nice little picture. I still have it somewhere. But yeah, just every little nuance of the whole entire weekend there with you guys was so much fun.
Well, thank you.
And I mean, and the reason I'm saying this is what you guys, anyone that's planning on going to this event should expect, that it's just going to be an all around good time. These guys know how to throw a great event. Yeah. So just look forward to having an amazing time if you guys are planning on going to this. And if you're on the fence, hopefully this was me pushing you in the direction of going to the event. So I don't speak highly enough about events, but this one was like one of my, definitely in my top 5 of all the ones I've ever been to. So I implore everyone to go to this and check it out for sure. See,
we want you to show up. It would be fun.
Bradley says exactly the same thing. Everything verbatim what I just said. Like, see, he's telling everyone to make sure that they go too. So speaking of, like, since I'm on the topic of Brad and I being judges last time, who do we got judging this event this time?
So we got a pretty good 5-person panel. We've got Melissa Burgess coming back. She has judged every single one of the beard bouts but one. And she used to own Scissors and Sinners, which was a barber shop up in Fort Collins. And she knows her way around facial hair. So it's great. Our next judge is Jono Gross. So we got good old Jono coming in, and we're going to see how good his mustache is, because I know, you guys had some great coverage of his mustache incident.
The fire damage.
I wouldn't necessarily call it great, but we did have coverage of it.
Yeah,
for sure. It was kind of more like disturbing and sad than great. We've
got our favorite nomadic beard club member, Kelly Jennings. He's going to be, you've probably ran into him just about everywhere. We've got Jeff Ray coming in from Texas.
What?
And he'll also be smoking a cigar. I mean, Brad answered for Jeff Ray. He knew that Jeff Ray was going to be smoking a cigar right now. He knew it.
And then our final judge is actually me. So we've got.
Where did you all find y'all's last judge?
So our
bottom of the
rules
barrel,
our rules are the president of the club gets the unfortunate duty of judging the competition. So
you said duty.
I know,
unfortunate.
Unfortunate.
Wow.
So they've put up with me as the president, and I guess I get to do that. So it will be fun.
The judge.
I get a judge.
Wow. Man.
So you've got these judges, but who's going to be emceeing this event while the judges are being all judgy?
Well, our MC is Joe Mills. He's done a few of ours. He is always a good time, and he knows the crowds. He knows the beards, and he went to Germany.
He's still there.
I know. At least it's better than last Worlds where he had to leave early. So,
do you remember the time when Joe Mills and Mike Wilson from Minneapolis used to look alike? Did you ever see those two? Like, I don't know. I think it was like 2000. Whenever grade 18, they both looked very similar in 2018. Now they don't at all, but in that time frame, I was like, what the hell? It was like Joe Mills was just a little bit taller and his beard was a little bit longer. But for the most part, those two dudes in that time frame, they looked very similar, not even close anymore. So they've grown apart.
Oh,
I always thought that was kind of funny how close they looked alike. So, your charity for this event, who are y'all working with?
So we're working with a local charity called the Motorcycle Relief Project. They are a charity that is, let's see, I've got a good little deal. So they are a nonprofit that provides relief to male and female veterans and first responders with PTSD and other related issues by taking them on week-long adventure motorcycle rides. So they are a really fun group. I know a couple of the people that run it. They do a great job, and they bring in a number of veterans, a number of first responders, and they help them work through their tough, traumatic times with tough, traumatic times on motorcycles. So it's challenging, and it builds skills, and they learn, and it's just a lot of fun. So
isn't Rittner a first responder now?
Rittner is a first responder now.
Wow.
So
is he going to be coming in there with like a ladder on his shoulder and a Dalmatian at his side?
I don't know.
Probably all big muscles and everything. Is he still all swole?
He's been working out a lot to get into there. So,
geez, this is. I mean, I'm missing something big. I bet
You
there better
are.
be lots of pictures. He says
He just
no.
says
Does that
no.
go to the Dalmatian or the ladder on your shoulder?
Probably Dalmatian. I don't think there's dogs allowed in this venue.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure I read that on the website.
Oh, they're under renovation. No dogs.
Definitely. So how did you all get linked up with this charity?
So I ran it. Well, no, I didn't actually run into him like Brad, but
What?
I
crashed into him with your van.
I did not crash into him, but I have met him at a couple of other motorcycle related events in the area, and he's just a very upstanding guy, and he's got a beard of his own. I think he trimmed it down to about this long. So, and he helps with mental health and just kind of checked all the boxes. So we are very happy to work with him.
And this is the first time you've worked with them?
This is the first time. So
okay.
That's
Do you
cool,
think will they be at your event, or
they might have somebody there? We'll see. Hopefully. I can't remember. The guy that actually runs it might actually be on a particular ride with clients, but might send somebody.
Yeah, that's definitely, once again, another great charity picked by a great club. Like as we hear almost every week at this point now, for the most part, most of the clubs are picking some type of charities that are dealing with some sort of form of PTSD that people are suffering from. And as we know, mental health is like a tremendously huge issue all over the world. And, anything we all can do as a group to help bring more awareness and help people who are suffering through all that stuff is greatly appreciated.
Very well said. So something else that we kind of want to talk about, and that's different at your event that most clubs don't really do. You're going to do the Rocky Mountain Speed Style.
That's right.
Category. How exactly does this work, and what is that?
So we came up with this it's been a few years. I think we've done it about 4, maybe 5 times now. So Rocky Mountain Speed Style, and this year we're doing it a little bit different because we're actually we're doing it instead of freestyle. So it's a little bit more on the clock. So when doors open at, I believe, 4, so all the guys that are going to be competing in this have to show up with a natural beard. And they have exactly 1 hour to get it into some shape that they want.
All right. So to get this straight. So doors are at 4, you say.
Yep.
So you come in and register. Do all the guys have to wait till everyone is there for that category? So registration's done at, like, say, hypothetically.
So if
6
you're gonna be, well, no, actually, so if you're gonna be in the speed style, the Rocky Mountain Speed Style, we want those guys there a little bit early. And the whole idea is we're gonna try to have them towards the front. And there's these wonderful garage doors on the front, and you're gonna be styling in front of people as they're registering, as they're coming in. People are going along, and it's just kind of one of those, what is going on? Because, a lot of people, it's one thing to see these glorious, like, freestyle beards. It's a complete different thing. No one really sees how they get there. And so it's kind of like during the mingle time and everything else, while people are coming in, getting registered, getting set up, that we're moving people through, and these guys are working furiously to try to get their beard ready. And I think we usually do the second category is them up on stage, just because we give them, okay, you stop now, and we let them, their beard just kind of wilt for about 10 minutes just to get them sweating and everything else. And then we get them on stage, and then they're free for the rest of the competition. So it's a good time.
Are people in this category allowed to wash out and then do another category later on in the night, or how does that work?
I wouldn't see why we couldn't. I mean, if anybody wants to kind of do something like that, just let us know. We can try to work something out. Yeah.
So are they required to style themselves? Is that part of the requirement?
I think we usually try to push for you styling yourself. I mean, if someone's there to help hold some hair or something like that, I don't think we're really going to get after you too much, but it's primarily to see how well you can do.
But you can't just show up with a stylist and plop down.
No.
Mm-hmm. But I really do enjoy that this is like you're putting it out front. So it's essentially like a free advertising type thing for your event, and entice people to come in and see what else is going on. That's super smart. That's just a great tactic, and you're utilizing it. You're not just tucking it away in the back. You're like, we're putting it out front. We don't need a green room. You're just going to be right out front. I love it, man. That's a super smart idea. Cause I know if I wasn't involved with all this and walked past a restaurant, I was like, what are those dudes doing? I'd at least go check it out for sure. So.
Yep. We've had some people walking in the past just because of it. So it's a good time.
Yeah. So, but to kind of go back to my question, you're just going to be running one clock for all of them for 1 hour. It's not going to be like, this guy was here, he started 10 minutes ago. Everyone starts.
We're going to tell everybody to start at, I believe we're starting at 4 p.m. right on the dot. If you're there at 4:10, well, you now have 50 minutes instead. So,
whoa, I like that's cool. Add that little penalty.
Registration and that category.
And we're going to let that category register absolutely first, and nobody up until the doors open, only they can get in other than the people that are helping. So,
all right. So then what time does the competition actually start then?
We're going to start at 5.
I like this. I like the early ones.
We like to do a little bit earlier. It allows people to kind of not have to stay up so late.
I mean, and
there's fun things to do after too. So we won't have to, there's options, and we like options.
So speaking of options, what are the options for categories for this event?
So we've got a total of 10 categories. we're on top of the Rocky Mountain Speed Style. We also have natural mustache, styled mustache. We've got full beard, styled stash, partial beard, business beard, full beard, natural under 12, for full beard, natural over 12, Whiskerina Natural, and Whiskerina Creative. So
all the regulars, and then
the regulars,
your super cool Rocky Mountain Speed Style.
I love when clubs do specialty categories. Like, I wish, like, honestly, in my opinion, I think that every club that throws an event or should do a custom category for like that represents kind of an idea or maybe a theme or something that goes along with the event. Because I just think it's just so interesting, and it makes your event different. It makes it stand out. Because this is something that I particularly remember, walking around the venue beforehand and watching all these guys, sprint. I was trying to upload. I had 3 videos on my phone from when I was there last time, and it was me talking to 3 different guys that were doing the speed style, and I wanted to show them, but I couldn't get them off my phone. I failed tonight. I'm so sorry, but it is really cool though.
Yeah, it's a great time. And
so Nathan, we had a question. Is it a family friendly event? What's that look like?
I believe it is actually considered a family friendly event. So,
well, if it's in a restaurant, it most likely is.
Yeah, we are kind of keeping it family friendly, especially for the first,
Nice.
couple hours. And Denver doesn't have any particular rules about, oh man, it's a bar. You can't have anybody in that's under 21 in.
Right.
So yeah, I think we've got it kind of as a family friendly event. So.
So we got something else. Andrew said that one of his favorite trophies ever was his first place trophy from 2017. Is also probably one of his heaviest. So with that being said, what are your trophies for this year? Do you have those all lined out?
I do.
You actually won an event. That's funny.
So we've got these wonderful trophies that we're burning as we speak.
Real quick, count the rings. How old was that tree that you guys cut down?
I don't know. It's a few years.
Okay, good. All right.
And
wasn't
then,
too old. That's good.
Obviously, we had to bring back another one of Rocky Mountain's like kind of things that we've done in the past, and we have the Golden Hatchet for
What's
Best
that?
in Show.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
And we've done that a couple times in the past, and we are bringing it back because who doesn't want a golden hatchet?
Everybody loves the golden hatchet for sure.
Quick question though. So what happens if someone that attends your event is traveling from another state who's flying and they end up winning the golden hatchet?
We will ship it to it. It's absolutely no worries there. So we'll make sure you get it.
I didn't want anyone to be deterred like tonight that someone was watching the show and they're like, oh my God, I'm so excited to go to this event. And then they see that and they're like, well, I can't go now because if I win it and I'm flying, I'm screwed. But now we just saved you a lot of pain and agony. They will send it to you. This
is definitely not a airport friendly hatchet.
No, it says it is. There is that question mark was a typo.
Okay.
Andrew was letting everyone know that it was an airport friendly hatchet, most likely.
Why? Because it's gold.
Yeah,
because it's gold.
It's like the gold, like the Illuminati.
That they are also probably in the Denver airport, most likely.
It was a
it's the New World Order. New World Order.
Yes,
that's who's in the airport. My bad. Okay, glad we got that straight.
Yeah.
I don't know what else we got. What else? We've got the
accommodations. Do you guys have any kind of hotel stuff set up? Or
hotels are a little tough at this point. The other thing that happens to be happening that same weekend is Denver Pride. So it's going to be crazy down in the area, and I'm not sure if you'll be able to find a hotel right there. You go a little bit farther out from the area, and you can always contact the club or me or any of the other guys from the club, and we can give you some recommendations of where you might want to look for a hotel. Especially if you want something a little bit more budget friendly. So
didn't the basketball team win?
Yeah, they did.
So hopefully they don't have their victory parade.
No, because I believe that's the day of the Pride Parade. So they probably won't double book that one.
Okay, that's good.
And Rittner says he's on a plane right now, and they said the hatchet is cool. So there you go.
Sweet.
Thanks, Greg Rittner. Straight from an airplane himself.
Michael, we're going to put enough stuff on it to make it look like a trophy, and then you're like, it's just a trophy.
Yeah, and it's gold. Michael Chris said he found a good hotel about a mile away, so that's cool. I mean, and I'm sure with the weather being nice in summer, make it a nice walk to the venue, you know?
Yep, there's some good hotels. We've got Uber, Lyft, taxis. There's light rail, pretty close. I mean, yep.
Definitely hitchhiking.
Do that anymore?
I don't think so. Not really.
Depends on where you are.
I guess.
I always wanted to hitchhike across the country. I don't think that's like a thing you can do anymore.
You'll be murdered to death.
For sure. 100%.
My goodness.
Gosh, I don't want that to happen.
We don't want that. We don't want that to happen. So any other important details we need to know, Nathan?
We've got a link on Facebook for the Eventbrite. Get your tickets ahead of time. It really helps us out. It helps you out. It makes everything easier. Other than that, hope to see you there. We're excited.
Stoney's Bar and Grill tickets are range between 15 and 25. Is that just general admission? And
15 is spectator, and then 25 is for the actual competitors. So, all
right. Do you have any last questions, Aaron?
I think that pretty well covers it. So thank you, Nathan, for coming by. So it's coming up this weekend, correct?
Next weekend.
Next weekend on the 24th. So
on the 24th.
All right.
So you still got a little bit of time to change your plans. So
there you go. That's what I thought. But then I looked at the calendar. I was like, I thought it was on the 24th. But then
You're
I said
all
it was
screwed up from your European trip, Aaron.
I don't know. I genuinely didn't even know it was Tuesday till about noon today. So, all right. Well, Nathan, thank you for stopping by, and everybody go check out the Mile High Beard Bout coming up on June 24th in Denver, Colorado. There you go at Stoney's Bar and Grill. So
free unicorn rides and punching bears will be.
That's Lucifer and the Big Blue Bear.
What is that? Explain.
Yeah.
There's a giant blue bear at the Denver Art. Was it the Denver Art Center or Denver Center for Performing Arts? And it's a giant statue, and it's literally a big blue bear. And there's also a giant blue horse out at the airports. If anybody's flying in, you'll see it. And it's called Lucifer. And it's a giant blue horse with big red eyes. And it killed its creator. So it's crazy.
And it made its way to your event poster.
It did.
Well, thank you for that, Nathan. And have a good night and good luck with your event.
Thank you.
Thank you, Nathan, again.
That was lovely. Everybody should go to Denver, Colorado. I wish I could be in two places at once because I would go there.
It's making me really want to go, but I can't.
Hey, go. Go for it.
I can't that weekend. I am no good, but I want to share with one of the best comments that just came in right now.
All right, here we go.
Brian Karn wants to congratulate Aaron on placing, but he believes that I probably would have beat him. And this is absolutely 100% true.
And the world may never know.
Yeah. That's exactly the conversation Aaron and I had too the other day when I was congratulating him. And I'm like, thank God I wasn't there because I would have beat you.
That's what you said. I don't know. The world may never know. It's like a lollipop, Scott Scora.
3 licks to get to the
Stoney's
center,
is child friendly, family friendly. So there you go. She competed there a couple years ago.
When she was a child.
Sure. She was a child a couple years ago, and now she's not. And voila.
They were like, "Hey, come on in. You're a child."
Yeah, that's what they said.
Brian Karn. Speaking of Brian Karn, how you doing? It's good to see you. Thank you for joining us, everyone. Once again, thank you everyone for popping in tonight. Like we were just saying, if you guys are in the Denver area, please go check out the Mile High Beard Bout. It is one of my all-time favorite events out there in the it's just great. So if you guys can get out there, definitely cheap flights to Denver from pretty much wherever. So look into it. It's a fun, quick weekend.
Fun, quick weekend.
What does this mean? Scoot will probably be in Madison, Indiana, or Wichita, Kansas, or Reno, Nevada. So he can't be in Denver adjacent.
Probably.
Shut up.
All of those events are happening on the same day.
Whoa, breaking news. Beard Laws. Matt McClear, he's going goatee. Go call him Goatee Laws. You want to look at this. Another person we're bringing in.
There you go. Everybody's going to be goatees.
Prove it. So, okay. So now that we're done with Nathan and we have all this, like you actually have all this exciting news that came out of Worlds. And I mean, there is some news that came out of there, but also we just wanted to kind of hear about your whole trip over there and all the cool stuff that happened. So
yeah, I mean, we could probably just do a whole episode on the whole weekend. I mean, it was amazing. I mean, we left Wednesday. We drove to Atlanta, then we flew into Munich, where we met up with Bob and the Elliott Stash, and he ended up riding with us. So I got to go get a rental car, and I upgraded said rental car because we had a car about this big and 3 people wasn't going to fit. So we got a car this big and it was much better. But yeah, ended up getting a car, a Link & Co. 01. I'm pretty, I know a good bit about cars. I've never even heard of this company, but it was a nice little car. So it was fun.
I have a Hot Wheels of that.
A Link & Co. 01. Oh yeah. That's the new Hot Wheels out this year for sure.
I've had it for a couple of years.
But after that, I got to drive on the Autobahn, and that was a huge highlight of my entire life. I've always wanted to do it, and I got to. So I think I did 175 kilometers an hour on the way to Burghausen, and there you go. A subsidy of Volvo, but made in China. Exactly. I had Natalie look up the origins of a Link & Co. 01 on the way to Munich. I'm like, what is this car? And she's just like Wikipedia, just reading it to me. But yeah, that was it. But yeah, got to haul tail down the Autobahn.
How many powerful horses did it have under the hood?
I don't know. It was a half electric, half turbo 4-cylinder. And it was a peppy little SUV. One thing about Germany, people actually drive properly, and when on the Autobahn is essentially the interstate. Once they get done passing in the left lane, they get over in the right lane. It's the craziest thing.
Europeans are doing something right.
We as a country, we kind of make fun of that whole thing, but man, it was extremely nice in Germany. I don't know what I was ever thinking, like just never been there. Just, the colorful past of Germany, just kind of maybe had a negative outlook kind of in life about it. But man, a country of rule following people. Everybody was extremely pleasant that we met, and everyone wasn't walking around just looking at their cell phones. It was very strange. That's the first thing we noticed when we got back to the States. Everybody was zombies back on their phone. And that wasn't really a thing over there. So I thought that was pretty cool. What else? Let's see. I loaded some pictures in here. Do we need to go in alphabet? Let's see. Okay. So this is our days. So I competed on Friday and Natalie competed on Saturday. And that's what we looked like. This is right before Natalie went on stage, and that was me on stage.
So real quick, you took off how much on your beard?
So I'm at 18 now. So I was at 2 foot and I cut 3 inches off, and that was a few months ago. Got back up to 22, and then so technically we cut 4 inches off before we left.
So, and you were at the length that you were at 2017 for Worlds.
Yeah. So I went back. So that was how long my beard was in 2017. It was a completely different color. I even went as far as getting a yellow pocket square like I had in
I have a yellow pocket square too.
So I was just trying to bring back all the vibes of 2017, and it darn near worked. But you know what? It was awesome, and this was the final placement. I mean, I got second to Patrick Dawson, and Gigi got third. And this year was much different. There you go. That's what I'm thinking, Andrew Matson. This year was much different from Belgium because when we went to Belgium in 19, they definitely were leaning towards the little white beards. And, well, a 3-time world champion, I beat him. We'll put him that way. And he won in Belgium, and he did not place here. So this judges panel in Europe liked the bigger beards. So we were specifically told that in Belgium that they did not like the Americans and all their big beards.
Yeah, and that's like going into this. That's where my mindset was like, I bet you it's going to be a bunch of shorter
circle beards. That's what all the German goatees were circle beards. And, it was really cool. Getting judged at Worlds, and Natalie was actually one of the judges that on my panel, and she got to judge a world competition. So that was quite an honor, and it was super cool. She asked Christian if he wanted her to step down my category, and he said he trusted her, and then she went along with everybody and gave Patrick first and gave me second. So she was in the same mindset as everybody else, but he smoked me.
And you guys are now getting divorced?
No, not at all. I mean, that's the way I would have judged it as well. I mean, Patrick's white was just popping on stage. I mean, that was it. I mean, that thing was popping, and that's why I'm just waiting. I got the little bit of white going on here and here, and I'm just waiting for it to come through.
So, do you feel like that is what put him over you this time?
Personally, yeah. I mean, I feel like his beard was still a little bit longer than mine because I cut more, but I feel like my thickness throughout was pretty even, and he did the point like Andrew does.
Yeah.
But it was just bright ass white, man. I mean, and especially being over there in Germany, if you look at like the people who won, a lot of white beards won. And that's just kind of the name of the game. I mean, it shows, age and, prestige, kind of being a white beard, and that's fine. I'm looking at 27. I think 25. Speaking of 25, will be in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, in July 4th weekend. So everybody keep that on your calendar. But I don't think it'll be white enough by 25.
I don't know. But I can probably give you a lot of stress if you want me to.
I mean, that'd be fine. And we just keep stressing, and I just want it to turn super white, but it was good, dude. I will honestly say, at nationals and worlds and stuff, I don't like to lose. It sucks, but this was honestly the first time like I felt like I wasn't like, dang. I mean, obviously I wanted to win. That's the point of going through these things. But like when I got second, I was so freaking happy for Patrick. Like it was just such a strange feeling in my competitive world to like be that excited that Patrick beat me, because I just know, like, man, he came in second 4 times. He earned it. Like I got lucky my first time out, and I'm super glad for that because I got lucky. What it has done for my life, that one win in 2017 has just changed literally everything in my life. So I'm still winning from 2017. But
so basically what you're saying is Patrick's going to be cool now?
Yeah, I think so. Actually, I think Patrick's going to take down Cardi now. That's going to be the new thing. Patrick's done with me. He took me down enough. I think he's going to go beat Anthony Cardi.
That's what Andrew says. Cardi is the new Dawson now. Patrick won.
Oh yeah, so Cardi. He got second. So here we got this one keyed up as well. So your middle guy, I can't remember his name. He's from Germany. Super amazing goatee freestyle, and he ended up winning best in show. But there's Cardi. I mean, that thing was cool looking. I helped him clean it up before, and it was clean. It was definitely different. But Alan D. Eckert, our friend, the Satoshi billionaire he is, got third, and he did it in high heels. He's not wearing high heels right now.
Crocs there.
He's wearing golden Crocs right now, but he definitely went across the stage in some bright red heels, and that MC loved it. It was definitely a highlight of everybody, and she definitely talked about it a whole bunch. And Alan even thought about competing in a dress, but then he decided not to since it was Germany and Worlds. There he is. Alan D. Eckert's still here. Got a tattoo. He's still over there living his best life. But my gosh, what a freaking weekend.
And then Russ said, hasn't Patrick always been cool? Yes, Patrick's always been cool. We love Patrick to death. It's our teasing goatee nature.
So here we go. What else we got? So here's pretty much the best thing that probably could have ever happened in the whole world.
What, Patrick being in the back of that picture with
Patrick being back there.
Beard?
Natalie got best in show for women. So at this world competition, they did a best in show women, they did a best in show men, and I don't get emotional. It's not a thing I do, and did someone cut onions when she was up there or something? It was stupid, and man, it was awesome. It was such a cool freaking everything about it, and there she is getting first place in her category in freestyle. This was oh my gosh,
that was Worlds at Germany this past weekend.
What did I say?
That's what you're trying to say.
That was what I was trying to say. What else we got? Oh, did I show you this one? That was us. That was the goatees. Oh, here's our hardware that we came home with. There was Natalie's certificate and metal. I guess I would call it a medal. They're wood, so I don't know what to call them. They're still a medal. All right, and then my second place certificate and wood medal, and then her amazing trophy. So the block of wood is driftwood from the river that runs between Salzach. Yeah, River Salzach. And it was driftwood from that river. And that glass was blown right there in Burghausen. And I did not go to that shop, but Eric Schote was telling me how the owner of that shop has been blowing life-size human characters out of glass for the last 38 years of the evolution of man.
And each one is broke as he's finished them.
No, but they're all life size, and everything is closed on Sunday. So yeah, we didn't get to go see it, but obviously he's a very, very well done or well known. He's doing good blowing glass because he's been doing it for 38 years.
Yes. And, okay. What else? What other news? So they had on Sunday, they had a meeting with.
Oh yeah, Sunday.
So this is big breaking news.
This is huge stuff right here. So yeah, so Sunday we had the World Beard and Mustache Association meeting where we voted for the location for the 2027 Worlds, and that'll be going to Blackpool, England, and it will be sponsored by Honest Amish. So it'll be the 2027 Honest Amish Worlds. And yeah, man, I'm super excited about that. I've been talking to Brian Eva today. We've already been talking about stuff, and it's 4 years away, and we're already doing work. So
let's make a pact, Darren. Let's shave our beards off right now, and we'll start growing and see who has the best beard.
That's good. You go first.
How about not me? Yeah. Natalie can do it.
Yeah, Natalie can shave first. And then after we voted for the location of 2027 Worlds, there was a vote for 2 new vice presidents of the World Beard and Mustache Association, where me and Miss Christine Hackman were voted in. And yeah, this is the new board of directors or whatever, the WBMA board. There it is. All of us. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm super excited to be a part of that and see what it looks like on the inside and be involved and help out with the 2025 Worlds that will be in Pittsburgh. And
I'm super jammed for that one, man.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. The Mad Viking PA Club is putting it on. Talked to the guys today. They're already working on a bunch of stuff, and it's going to be good, man. Everybody start saving your money for 25 and 27. 25 will, like I said, it will be on 4th of July weekend. So it's going to be super cool for everybody coming in from, outside the United States, because apparently Pittsburgh puts on an amazing fireworks display on one of their 9,000 bridges they have in town. And so there'll only be 8,999 bridges because I think they closed that one bridge. But yeah, I mean, how cool is that? People are going to come in from around the world, and there's this giant fireworks display going on night one of the competition.
That's all for them. That's all to welcome.
Some people may think that. Who knows? They might not know. Like, not everybody's going to be like super up on U.S. history. They may just be like, "Holy crap, U.S. They did it! Like, look, they did fireworks for the first night." We're like, "Yep, that's exactly what it's for." But yeah, man.
Matt wants to know how long your position's for. How long does one serve on the board?
It'll be every 2 years. We'll get reelected. So I'll have to. Well, I guess it's 4. So yeah, 4 years.
Russ wants to know if all the YouTube viewer hit like yet.
Russ, I appreciate you, being the cheerleader on here every week for everyone on the YouTube to really participate, because you are the most participating YouTube person, and I appreciate you, Russ.
Yes, we greatly appreciate it. Yeah, make sure you guys follow us on YouTube.
And beards deserve fireworks. That's true. Jacob Toast.
Ha! He likes toast. I like toast.
Let's see. I saw something. Yeah, Blackpool. Exactly. Mevic, we're going back. We're back to the gardens where it was. It'll be a all weekend thing. Really excited about that event, but we got to get past 25 first. So I'll try not to pump up 27 too much, but that's definitely what I'll be doing, because I'm definitely super excited about it. Natalie and I talked about it the night before. I was like, if I could have 2 things or one thing of the 2 things that's supposed to happen on Sunday, and if I could decide if I would rather be vice president or have Worlds in Blackpool, I would have rather had Worlds in Blackpool, because I love that city. And I think Brian Eva even put me in his sales pitch to everybody Sunday, and he said, I love the 2P pushers. And I didn't know what he was talking about, but that's the quarter machines here in the United States. When you put the quarter in, and then it falls and it pushes off the shelf and then goes to the next shelf and pushes it off. Well, over there, their 2 cents, which are 2P, is the same size as our quarter. So for $1, you get 50p for that machine. So for like $4-5, man, you could just stay there all day long. So think about that. For $1, you only get 4. Well, over there, for $1, you get 50.
Sounds like you just sold me on going over there.
I love the 2P pushers. They're my favorite thing. They have been my favorite game since I was a young child, going to Reeves Boomland in Missouri.
That's me and my addiction to the Wizard of Oz one here over at the pinball place.
Dude, Same thing, dude.
Yes.
But way cheaper. You get 50 of them for $1, 1 pound. So that's the biggest thing for me. But I mean, Blackpool's cool. We'll talk about it in great lengths over the next 4 years. But yeah, that was it, dude. And then we Sunday we went to Munich, and then I hit 200 kilometers an hour, where our rental car proceeded to say accelerator off. and it just completely turned the accelerator off, even though my foot was still flat on the floor. But that was pretty cool.
Lots of great. I mean, everything that we've learned over this weekend, and I mean, this is great. You know, Pittsburgh's 2 years from now getting excited. There we go. There you go, Brian. Yeah,
Brian Carn will be there.
2.5 hours. We'll get the band back together that weekend for sure.
There you go.
But yeah, you know, Pittsburgh coming up in a couple of years. And also we're talking about the British National Championship that's going on next year too.
Yep, Plymouth. It'll be in Plymouth, England.
That's where the Pilgrims landed.
Dang, I forgot to bring the flyer up here. I don't remember the date. October 14th, I think. I think that's it. It's in a hotel. So book your accommodations now, and then you don't have to leave the venue to go to the event. You can go. And
it might be in your room.
It could be. It might be in my room. Who knows? So get some practice for Great American. That's coming up in Detroit next year.
Yeah, there's so many.
I added a bunch of stuff to the beard calendar today, including 2025 World. So we're in 23, and there's already 2025 events popping up on the calendar. 24, January, February, March is already full. Like every weekend is already full. Obviously, there'll be double, triple, quadruple competition weekends, but as of now, like I think like maybe the first week of January. Other than that, I don't know. I don't know if people are just putting them in earlier now because there's a calendar, or hopefully everything's finally coming out of COVID and people are coming out of the woodworks. Yeah, man, I'm super excited about the direction of this whole community, and I really feel like the momentum that we have after this last Worlds, and how the whole world is excited about bearding, and Germany accepted the Whiskerinas. And 10 years ago, Germany was one of the clubs that literally laughed at Austin for presenting that they were going to have Whiskerinas on stage. And 10 years later, they freaking had them part of the show, like full on 110%. The Whiskerinas were just as much part of this beard competition as anybody else. And that's unheard of in European competitions. Like, yeah, in 19, Antwerp had them, but it was not the same show.
It was kind of like arm's length.
100%. And before 19, it was even worse than that. So as a, a world, beard competition, that whole deal, man, the Whiskerinas are in it. And I love it. I think it's super cool. I love how Germany did it. Everything went smooth. I actually really like the paddle judging. From a competitor and a spectator standpoint, I thought it was going to be kind of weird, but it went really smooth.
Wow. And I guess if you're prepared and you're organized to do it right, then they were ready. In my opinion, when I heard they were doing that, I was like, I had the same opinion, but man, it went really smooth. And yeah, they didn't do the awards until at the end of the night, but if you won, you knew exactly, and it was there. You knew, and I don't know, man. It was cool, and it kept everybody honest. Like if you just didn't like this dude, you couldn't just give him a 1, because then you're just gonna look like a dick, know. But if you're just writing it on a piece of paper that it's a 1, and you just slid it to someone, you and the scorekeeper know. You throw up that paddle with a 1 just because everyone knows you don't like this one person or whatever, and everyone's going to know. So I think it kept everyone honest. Yeah, I mean, it definitely holds the judges accountable, especially when the crowd can see how they voted for him. And
one thing that I really, really liked about the paddles was the crowd's reactions to scores. I thought that was super cool. Like there was this one judge, little old lady on the end. For a while at the beginning of the day, it was like she was just picking up paddles, and just whichever one she picked up was the thing she threw up. And it'd be like someone would get all 10s, and then she would just pub it with like an 8.5, and then you would feel it and hear it. And it was just so funny, like hearing crowds' reactions to the scores, or if everybody got all 10s and everyone erupted, or if it was like a person that had a good beard, but the judges just didn't like it. And everybody's like, oh, this is this is Bob. He's going to do super good. And then he got all twos or whatever. And then everybody's like, ooh, like it was just so cool to have everyone. I don't know. I liked it.
Do you feel that could be something that could translate well over here? Like,
I would think maybe not at all competitions, but I don't think it's a bad idea at major important events, because it goes back to it's keeping the judges super honest. A week ago I would have said no. Now I liked it. I thought it was cool, man. I really did. I wouldn't have wanted to judge that way. Hell no. But I mean, I don't know. I thought it was really cool, and I liked the way everything went. Everything went really smooth. I would say my only negative critique of the entire weekend was the lack of merch. That would be my biggest negative critique, and those things happen, and maybe that was just like maybe someone left stuff somewhere, or maybe there was merch and we just didn't know about it. But that would be my only negative. It was quite warm, I will say that, but that's obviously they didn't. Apparently, I don't know if they have ACs in Burghausen, Germany. I don't think they rock the AC.
No, I just read on the internet that air conditioning has just been finally introduced into Europe for the first time.
That's what it felt like. It was hot as crap. Like Saturday after I competed, I was the first one off the stage, and someone was like, "Were you mad because you lost to Patrick?" I was like, "Hell no! I was trying to get off stage. I can take my jacket and vest off." I was dying, but I don't know. It was cool.
That's awesome. Well, I'm glad everything turned out. I mean, it would have been nice to have been celebrating a big win with you, but we get to celebrate a big win with Natalie, and number 2 is nothing to take away.
I went to Germany. And I genuinely just wanted to place. And I beat a 3-time world champion from Germany in Germany. Come on now. Me and Patrick went to Germany and we beat all those Germans in their circle beard game. And I'm happy for it. And I'm happy that Patrick finally got his championship. And
now
I know
he owes you a national.
Yeah, that's what I said. He said no. He's doing the drive for 5. So I've got to. I don't even think I'm going to compete against Patrick. Breaking news for everybody. I
think that's a bad idea, because you're gonna. The thing is if you go into nationals and you're going to be up against a whole bunch of new judges that have not judged you before at nationals, and you never know, man. I'm
not going to cut until we get closer to nationals, and I'm just going to see what it grows back to, because currently right now I'm at 18, so I would be against John Abraham. I would be in wide under 18. I mean, I guess I would have to do like 17.9 inches. I'd have to just shave very little because I'm at 18, so a very minute cut would put me in with John Abraham. But I don't know. I mean, like I said, I won't cut until it gets closer to time. But if I think my beard looks good at 18 inches. I think it just is where it wants to be. So we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. I got one thing on here that I forgot to show. This was a TikTok that Death Grip made of Natalie. I thought it was a super cool video. I really appreciate Levi for filming this thing, but it's a little 20.
Is Natalie Johnson. I'm Susanna Devshush Whiskerina. And now, best in showman. Best in showman. Displays all the winners of all the categories.
So cool.
You're gonna make me cry now,
dude. So freaking cool, man. Like, I'm just so happy that all worked out for her, and she was the star of the show. I mean, we go on about that. We've always joked about how the Germans like her and stuff, and we're like, oh, the Germans love her, dude. The Germans freaking love her. They do. Like, that place erupted when she came out on stage. More than any other woman for sure, and probably any other guy except for maybe Paul too. I guess the Germans left Paul too as well, because that was quite the eruption as well. But man, what a freaking weekend! What a weekend!
Was exciting.
It was, dude. It was good. It was amazing. Now we have more work to do for the next couple, and we're ready for it. And we're going to the Best in the West Beard Festival, and today we announced that we're co-emceeing together. So hopefully more people come to the Best in the West Beard Festival, and yeah, man, so much cool stuff coming up. So much. I've got stuff that I've got stuff in the works that's cool, and just big things are on the horizon for sure.
Yeah, I feel like like as you kind of said, coming back from this world, you feel like almost invigorated, and there's like so much stuff. And I mean, to be honest too, like as we've kind of talked on our free time and stuff, just kind of wondering what's been going on in the competitive world, and kind of feeling like things have been a little stagnant in a way, but then it's like all of a sudden it's like this was a can of worms that just
I think so this right here is going to blow stuff up. The media coverage of this event was so good. I just shared a really good video on my Facebook. Everybody go check that out. It was from a German news source. It's like a 2-minute video. It's amazing. It's all in German, so you don't know what they're saying, but the video itself is super good.
Aaron gives a good tutorial on how to comb your mustache.
I give a really good tutorial on how to comb a mustache. That dude filmed me for like 5 minutes. I wasn't even brushing my beard. I was just in there. He was like, "Can you brush your beard?" And I was like, "All right." And I was just doing it. I'm like, is he like, it's not even time for me to brush my beard. I'm like, what are you doing? So 5 minutes, and I was just like, got my little mustache thing, and he used this much of it, and I was combing my mustache. But yeah. Oh, dude. Yeah. So we sat down for an interview from a lady from New Zealand, and she is doing a Netflix documentary about competitive bearding. So,
what? And she hasn't contacted us yet.
She contacted me and Natalie, and she sat down with us while we were in Germany, because that's where she was. And
did you tell her that you're the host of the hit talk show Talking Beards?
I gave her a Talking Beards flyer. So maybe she's watching tonight. Who knows? But
great.
Yeah, man, there was so much. I did another interview for another place that's going to be having a competition we'll talk about later. But man, there's so much. I feel like this jump-started stuff. Maybe that's why bearding kind of started floating away a little bit, because there wasn't a world for 4 years, and this just re-shocked everything. Got to hang out with the Patmores. It was, yeah, dude, it was so much good stuff. But an amazing event overall. A lot of people are still over there living it up in Germany. Super clean country. Everybody was friendly. We got to drive around, got to speed, and it was legal. Got to drive around in Austria. It's, I don't know, man. Great, memorable, amazing weekend overall. And now we're home.
This is good.
It is. But that's it. We ran over time a little bit. I didn't even notice, but that's
all right.
fine.
You know what?
You did it, Scott Sikora. Oh, speaking of you did it. So if anybody is watching the show that competed in the, dang it, did I already delete it? The Talking Beards, the club, the competition, volume 3. I got a 4 categories out today. I think I got 2 out before we left for Worlds. So we're approaching about halfway with these trophies. I'll get a few more categories out tomorrow, and by the end of the week, I should have all the categories out. But yeah, everybody's getting a trophy. They got first, second, or third, and some Honest Amish soap, and some stickers, and some flyers, and all kinds of good stuff.
Oh my God! Speaking of Honest Amish, this is your last reminder, everyone, to go. And we got Father's Day coming up this weekend, so if you order right now, who knows if you're gonna make it before Father's Day. But if you are really looking for a great gift for your dad, you guys can go to Walgreens now.
Yeah, so 3,000 of the 9,000 Walgreens stores.
You can go to Walgreens, and remember, don't forget to tell the checkout clerk, Talking Beards, to try to get your 15% off your order. We can't guarantee it's going to work, but you can try it anyways. But yeah, just go to honestamish.com, use Talking Beards, the promo code. It'll get you 15% off. Don't forget to go over to thebeardcalendar.com and check out all the events that are going on worldwide. And if you have an event, you can submit it there. Just click on the little pop-up menu that comes at the bottom right. And don't forget to go over to our YouTube page to check out the June Beard Calendar. Usually we do it live on the Talking Beard show once a month, but last week we decided to pre-record this one.
Hey,
So,
maybe that'll be the new thing. It worked out really well.
Yeah, it did work out really well. So if you want to get another 20 minutes of Scott and Aaron talking about events going on, this is the video to go check out. Make sure you go over to YouTube to do that. So we want to thank everyone. We want to thank Nathan for coming in. Don't forget about the Mile High Beard Bout that's going to be going on next weekend at Stoney's Bar and Grill in Denver, Colorado, put on by the Rocky Mountain Beard and Mustache Club. Check that out for sure. But thank you, Nathan, for coming on and talking all about that. And Aaron and Natalie, congratulations on all your big wins over this weekend.
Thanks, sir.
And thank you to everyone that came to check out the show. And I'm Scott Sikora. You can find me at Scott Sikora on all social media. And we love you and thank you. And Aaron.
Yeah, all of that. So thank you everybody for watching. We'll see you next week. I'm Aaron D. Johnston, and everyone have a great night, great evening, and all that good stuff. So, okay, bye.
Okay, well, thanks for tuning in to Talking Beards. Make sure you go over to honestamish.com and use promo code Talking Beards to get 15% off your order. Don't forget to tune in live next Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern at talkingbeards.com.